Happy off-season part 2. This is my favorite one yet because it is Christmas time now. It's been 5 weeks since the Ironman. I am well rested. I'm getting back into the swing of things and I'm excited to take you guys along for a weekend. I'm going on a big bike ride tomorrow. I'll be spectating Indian Wells. I've done that race the past 2 years. It was actually my first 70.3. I did surprisingly well not knowing anything. And then the second year I did it sick and it was like the worst day of my life. So I am more than happy to go back to this race just spectating. And I've been having so much fun just training at my own leisure. Right now in the true spirit of off season, I am doing some strength training and I'll kind of go over, catch you guys up on what I've been doing. I've probably done like 10 strength sessions since going back, but I'm feeling strong. And I'm really curious to see how it helps when I actually start training. I wonder if I'm gonna start feeling stronger. I already feel stronger in the legs a lot, like my quads. A huge part of my off season has been the strength. No pun intended, but it is my biggest weakness for sure. So I'm more than happy to do these sessions. They are making me feel much better. We're just warming up right now. This off season, I've been hanging out with family a lot. I actually hosted my first ever Thanksgiving, which is super nice. We've been in this house for over a year now, but last Thanksgiving, it was just basically concrete. So it was super rewarding to actually be able to host people and have a home and have a Christmas tree. On Thanksgiving though, I am really embarrassed to admit that I DNF'd a 5K. I actually got some video of it. I was planning on posting like, ooh, I PR'd my 5K or whatever, but instead I completely blew up 2 miles into it. I went out way too hard. And honestly, I gave up. My legs were just like completely filled with lactic acid and I just couldn't go anymore, but I'll show you the footage right now. I decided to do the 5K around the OC Fair, which is a 2-mile Strava segment, and I just needed to hold under a 7:13 per mile pace to get the QOM.
Off on a heater right now. 6:20 pace. All right, we're just about a half mile in. Annie's running at a 6:50 pace. That is freaking flying. A lot faster than she said she was gonna run at. She's crushing it. You're doing amazing. Annie did the first mile in 6:51 pace. She's smashing. About to crush the 2-mile segment PR by a lot.
About a mile in, I realized I went way too hard at the beginning. I think I was really excited about beating the segment, so I just decided I would probably just go to the 2-mile mark, which is where the segment ends, because I went way too hard to go for 3 miles.
Keep going. Come on. You did great. You did great.
Went out too hard.
5K effort turned into a 2-mile effort.
I'm happy we probably got it, right?
I think you got it.
I don't know.
You were, yeah, I think so.
I did not get the effort. Despite holding a 7:05 per average and the QOM had a 7:13, it somehow clocked me at a 7:40 per average pace. I'm not sure why, because on Strava it never shows me like with a big dip or anything weird like that, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm still third on the leaderboard, and which I'm mad about because I would have paced the 5K better and actually finished it rather than ending at the end of the segment. I don't think I know how to pace a harder effort. Because holy crap, I went out way too hard. It was like 6:45 pace or something. And then at the end it was like 7:40. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get the segment, the OC Fair loop, 2 miles, and then I'm done. I'll retry this though. I'm gonna start up at like a 7:05 pace and see where it goes from there. Not so fast. And I don't want to make excuses, but I have not been running at all since the Ironman, and that was a month ago, so yeah, pretty good for what? Oh god, my heart, my lungs. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, that was embarrassing, but besides that, off-season training has been going really well. A lot of big bike rides. I have completely fallen in love with road cycling, and I'm actually not looking forward to going back on the TT bike. Now I understand why people love going on their road bike. But I've been getting some sick clips. I've gone on some crazy group rides, but also some solo rides. I really still enjoy doing stuff solo, which is a good thing as a triathlete. And I'll take you guys along for a bike ride tomorrow as well. Now stop distracting me. Let me get this workout done. Oh my gosh, that was tough. Whew. We were doing some heavy stuff, and now I'm wrapping up this stretch. I'm gonna get ready for my bike ride tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Jacob isn't home, so I gotta get my bike ready all alone, gotta switch over pedals and things like that. Debating on either taking out the road bike or the TT bike, since I have not touched the TT bike since Ironman California, but I'll see what I decide. Gotta figure out my route and everything too. I've decided I'm taking out the road bike, but I did a couple trainer rides this week, so I gotta take the pedals off. Jacob usually does this for me, but I have done this before. So the only tough part about this is Jacob took the big Allen keys with him, so I'm stuck with this tiny little thing, and it has no leverage, making it freaking hard to get them loosened. Okay. Oh my god, it's like I gotta stand on it. Okay. Oh yeah, it was hard. Okay, whew. That took, I'm sweating over here. God, the other one was not nearly as hard.
I am so grateful when I get a new idea for it. And to me, I know when you say one back in start.
Good thing I brought the sleeve warmers for 10 minutes. We're at Crystal Cove right now. We're basically doing a tour of Newport. We went to Balboa already. Gonna do a couple climbs and then head home. Whew, we're doing the first climb right now. Newport Coast. It's really gradual, which I like. You can keep a very steady effort. I'm out of breath though. We got Oceanside in April, so this will be perfect. Those hills will feel like pancakes by then. The Newport Coast climb is all done now, And now we're doing the Ridge Park climb, which is like 30 seconds away from the other one, so there's not much of a rest. Newport Coast was like 2 miles, average of 7%. This one's 2 miles, I'd say an average of like, I don't know, 8-9%. It's a wee bit steeper. Got the climb on my computer, which really helps me mentally stay in the game. Ooh. I forgot about this punchy climb coming up. Let's see how fast I can do it in. I ended the ride with these awesome views, and you can follow me on Strava to see the route details and all the climbs. It is Saturday night right now. I'm all packed up and ready to head out to La Quinta. I've got a bunch of friends racing. I'm gonna be on total spectator duty. And this is my first time ever spectating a race, so I'm gonna put it to the test. Is it harder to race or is it harder to spectate? I'm gonna make it a little harder on myself. I'm doing like a 10-mile run, I think. I'm not sure how long it is. Beforehand, I'm gonna give people the splits they need or the encouragement they need. It's an easy trip because Jacob's family actually has a house out in La Quinta. It's pretty much a no-brainer as to why I'm going out there. It's beautiful during the winter, and I'll show you guys what La Quinta is all about. But right now I got a 2.5-hour drive, gonna try to make it there, be in bed by 10, and get up early for this run. We have arrived in La Quinta. I got here around 9:30, but it is now 11:30. A few of Jacob's family members are down here, and they convinced me to go in the jacuzzi. We were watching some UFC, which I know nothing about. It was very intense. And we had a nice night. I think I'm gonna cut the run just a little bit shorter and probably just gonna do it solo so I can still get a good night's sleep and rest up for a whole day of spectating. Getting my running. I'm getting a bunch of notifications from all the people I'm tracking. They're out on the swim, out on the bike. I can't lie and say I don't have a little bit of FOMO, but this is not a bad place to be in the meantime. Gonna finish up my run, get ready, head to T2. Down your window. Woo! Driving in right now. We're slightly late because the detours. We're on the run course right now. 1 mile, this is probably mile 2 or 3 right here. 2. And then it'll eventually be like 8, mile 8 and 9 too. Got a few pros coming through. You got this. First is 9 minutes up, but you're fine, you got this. You're a good runner, so it doesn't matter. And then third is like 8 minutes back, so I think you should be fine. First, I don't know how she was running, but just stay strong. The hills are gonna kill them. Go Sujin! Chris, the videographer. Good.
Looking good, looking good. Keep it up, Jenna.
You got it, Callie. Woo! Look good for the YouTube. God damn, you hold this the whole time? How do you do that? You got it, just one more time. You easy. That's the spirit. Go, Kevin. Are you feeling Ironman Arizona? Woo! You got it! Go, Chris! Go, Chris!
Talking to the Roca guys, they said they want to sponsor you. You look fantastic.
Woo! You did it! Go, Sujan! Go, Chris!
Let's go!
Flying, dude! You look great!
I'm trying to
Oh
get
my
off
God.
the last half mile.
You got it!
That's right. Come on up. Anybody else? Top 25, one place for you.
Successful day of spectating. I am pretty tired right now, but I would say racing is definitely more tiring. What did we do? We got here at 9:30 and now it is 5. So it's almost been a full work day of spectating. We went back to our friend's Airbnb, had some pizza, hung out with my coach, a few other friends, but we basically stayed in one grass area the entire day and just kept running back and forth with the people that we knew. It was the perfect place to be because you could see your athlete, and then they would do like a turnaround for about like a half mile. That way you had enough time to like gather your resources, see their splits and whatever, and give them that information when they came back around. So it was perfect. I knew like 15 people racing, so it was like a super fun day. Never was bored. I had absolutely no FOMO about racing though, because today was really fun just being there to spectate. Hey Jacob.
Hello.
Good way to end the day. It is really dark out here, but we just got home from dinner. Little 10-minute hot tub session. Headed to bed. I would say it was a successful day. 10 out of 10, recommend spectating instead of racing.